All right, everyone, next lesson, 6.4, adding and subtracting polynomials. So the top part of this slide is warm-up / do now type problems that you should know how to do, just combining like terms and or distributing. So you could do those on your own. Adding and subtracting polynomials. Just as you can perform operations on numbers, you can perform operations on polynomials. To add or subtract polynomials, you are going to be combining like terms. Just like you know how to do. That's all you're doing. When you're adding or subtracting these, you're just combining the like terms. Now, to review what like terms are, you need the variable and the exponent to match perfectly. They must match in order to consider two terms like terms. So see this p to the third power that all these have? They are all like terms. So we could add them all together. 12 plus 11 plus 8 makes 23 plus 8, which makes 31 of these p to the third power terms. So you would just write it like that, 31 p to the third power. You do not add the exponents together. That unit is done with now. No more adding of the exponents. You're only adding the coefficients in front of the variables. The 12, the 11, and the 8, you combine them all, and you tack on the p to the third power as a label. It's like, say like p to the third power represents pizzas or apples. You have 12 pizzas plus 11 pizzas plus 8 pizzas. So how many total pizzas do you have? You have 31 pizzas. You just keep the label the same. The p to the third power is just a label. That's it. Subtracting, like one under it here. Notice all of these variables match identically. So we're just going to combine the 9 plus the 5 minus the 13. When you add 9 plus 5 and then minus 13, you get 1. And then you leave the variables the same. Okay? And you don't have to write the 1 there, by the way, if you don't want to. Okay? Now they get a little bit more lengthy, like this one. You're adding multiple things, so you have to pick out the like terms. So like the x to the third power, the x to the third power combines with the other x to the third power. So that's 2 plus 1, which is 3x to the third powers. And then the x squareds are there and there. So that's negative 5 and positive 2, which makes negative 3x squareds. And then you have a positive x, but there's no other x to combine with it. So you just write it there. And then minus 1 is left over. This minus 1 at the end will make a little heart over there. That just gets written in your final answer because it has nothing else to combine with. So that is now your final answer. Okay? That's how you add polynomials. You have to pick out the like terms. And if you want, you could use different colors. Like I see a lot of people use like, they'll like highlight them different colors. Like that one goes with that one. And then they'll change the highlighter. And they'll do that one. And then they'll change the highlighter again and do that one. So that they color coordinate or color code them. So they know which ones go with which. I would like you to try all of these examples. This one, this one, this one, and this one for classwork.